CarolJo's, which is where community and creativity come together. I am going to be bringing up my backup account here so I can see comments a little bit easier on TikTok. Sorry, YouTube, I do not have a backup account. So here we go. We'll see if it's going to tell me I'm live. There we go. It was taking forever for it to say, hey, we're live. All right. So what we do here at CarolJo's is we do lots of different things. It isn't about me just going, hey, look, this is the jewelry I created. Do you want it? It's not about that at all. What it is about, it is a place for us to be able to come together and learn how to create jewelry. I do tutorials twice a week. I already have both examples for this week, you guys. I'm ahead of schedule on that at least. So let me show you. Tonight we are doing the bubbles, breezy bubble is what we're calling it, breezy bubble bracelet. It is a stretch bracelet that is made with the white and crackle glass beads. So they're half white, half color. We have like 10 colors. I'm not exactly sure how many in the 8mm size. So I'm going to show you how we can use them to make bracelets that we can stack together, wear individually, that type of thing. So that's what we're going to show tonight. And a lot of the colors that I will be showing on tomorrow night's live, they'll be available for claims then. They are the colors for the spring and summer 2026. So I want you to think about that while you're looking at the colors so you can see what the colors are and you can claim if you'd like. But that's what we're going to be doing tonight at 8 p.m. Central. Then on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central, hold on, I've got things in baskets to get. We have Cupid is Coming wristlet. So we are going to be using some of the printed beads that are for Valentine's Day. So we're going to start looking at those types of beads also. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate that, heart me. And so we're going to show you how to make the wristlet. And then on Wednesday's bead event, thank you, Ashley, for the heart me. We will have up for grabs some of the Valentine printed beads. I still have some of the focals for Valentine's Day still going to arrive. I should get those in the next less than 2 weeks, okay? So we'll be getting those. So that's what we've got for tutorials for this week. We also, twice a week, we do chats. This right here is a chat. It is, I am around, I'll just tell you, Destroyer 4573. We do everything around jewelry. So we do tutorials twice a week. We do chats twice a week. And then we do, for the chats, it's the time where you guys can ask questions about jewelry making or running a small business. It is also the time that we share tips and tricks. On our Monday live, we actually do our motivational quote for the week that I post on Mondays. It's already out there. The quote is, I got to get to it here. It is, creativity is the heartbeat, hold on, of handmade. So creativity is the heartbeat of handmade. And we'll talk about that here in just a moment. And then, hello, Lauren. I'm in South Dakota. And so then we also do live events only on TikTok where with what we do, like I showed you the bracelet and the wristlet, and some of those items to make those will be up for grabs during live events throughout the week. There's also other items that will be in those events that you can create your own items with. So that is what we do here. All right, I'm going to take a pause because I also did not tell everybody on TikTok if we get the 10,000 shares, we will be doing our giveaways because I know we're past our 10 shares. So we just got to get to the likes now, everybody. I can't tell a number yet because it keeps flashing different things. But that's what we're doing. Yes, 10,000 likes, not shares. I said the wrong thing. Sorry. Oh boy, I'm gonna laugh. Hey, Jesse, did you see my message? Because I found some of what you were looking for, and I found another color too. So you just need to let me know, okay? It is Monday. It is a Monday, but I have been like just on a thing. So okay, what I was gonna tell you is awesome. That's funny. Your daughter just wants to like have beads. I was gonna say I went through an order or a basket of items that were claimed but not but payment wasn't received. And they have a lot of the silicone items and the beadable items. I do not have one on the schedule for this week, but I was thinking about maybe Thursday or Friday, just hopping onto TikTok. I don't know what time it would be. It would be during the day, of course, because I have commitments those nights. But if I would just hop on and do you guys want me to bring those items to you, or do you want to wait till next week? Well, you guys let me know what you want to do. We have some beadable bars. We have some adhesive hooks, and they are items that we are not available right now. We also have pens. We have a lot of focals. We also have some beads. So I just don't know what we should do. You guys let me know. Next week, I can put it on next week's calendar. All right, thank you. And the only reason why I'm asking is that I want to make room. I spent a lot of time this morning going through things and getting things all done. That's okay. It's okay. I thought if you hopped on, I could ask you if you'd seen it because we were messaging back and forth. But I did that this morning. I have we have all of the pens out on the workspace now that are available. So you can get them there. I can't say what it is because TikTok doesn't like us to talk about that. So I think you guys can put it together where the pens are at. But they're all out there. What else did I do? I pulled all the beads for Tuesday that we're going to have at our event. And I got all of the items for tomorrow's bring back. And I can't tell you for the life of me what any of them are, except for I have a 30 millimeter head pin because there was a lot in the bag, but I only stickered like a third. So, but everything else was stickered, so I didn't like think about what I was doing to tell you, but I can grab them. I can let you know what we're going to have on tomorrow at 2. We will have a silver saint connector. We got dark turquoise chips. We have some stainless steel gold beads. We have an acrylic that is white with black spatters. We will have a porcelain bead. We're going to have some peach puff, round 10 millimeters, frosted black 6 millimeter, teal rondelles. I don't see the teal in that, but okay. We're going to have a brown faceted rondelles, Gainsborough, two-tone steel blue cube. We've got the coffin charms or pendants up again. See, this is what I said. We have a lot of the head pins. We have a big bag of head pins. We have some frosted opaque acrylic hearts, tarnished resin stainless steel ribbon crimp pads, gray frosted glass in 10 millimeter. We've got some agate chips. We got some teardrops in white and a turquoise frosted glass faceted rondelle. So that's what we're going to have tomorrow at 2 for the bring back event. Whew. So that is that. All right. Now, for our weekly post for our quote. It is creativity is the heartbeat of handmade. So when I heard that quote, it's unknown who said it, but when I heard it, I really thought about, we put our hearts into making the jewelry. I don't know about you, but when I create something, it's a part of me and I love to share it. So I wanted to ask you guys, when you hear that, is that what you think about when you heard that? Or what is it that you guys thought you heard when you say that? The heartbeat of handmade. Creativity is the heartbeat of handmade. So just let me know what you think. And it's not even just to jewelry. You know, to me, creativity is like when you're redecorating a room, which I stink at. Buttercup is way better at it than I am. I'm like, I think she should just decorate for me. But, okay, that'd be awesome. So that's what I like think about when I hear that. Is it's not about just sitting down and crafting. It's about, I put a piece of myself, and like literally when I was making this, yep, you put a piece. Okay, Ashley over here on YouTube said, you put a piece of you in everything you make. And it is true. When I looked at this, it took me 2 tries to come up with even this pattern, to come up with this. And the reason being is in my head, this is, you guys can laugh, but we're probably all the same way. In my head, when I was like, I am going to use these beads to create a stretchy bracelet. Just be the cool colors, the summer colors, be light, airy, you know, that type of thing. The first 2 colors that I selected to make that weren't cool enough for me. You know, when you look at this corally orangey color here, I don't know what the exact color name of it is. I'll find that out when I put my stickers together. But I was like, it is a warm color, but you can offset warm with the cool colors, which is what I did with this one. And the first color that I selected to go with it wasn't warm. It was warm. It was too warm of a color, and it was a blue, but it was a darker shade of blue than that one. And when you put them together, to me, they were too warm for what I was intending to have. I wanted something, when the name of breezy, bubbly bracelet, it needed to be cool to me. And just like summer beachy, you know, that's what I was thinking. And when, you know, like you have the beach colors, you have the summer colors, but I wanted just that cool, like breeze coming through type thought. And so I was like, okay, I don't like those together for what I wanted. So then I had to take a step back and go, okay, so I changed the color. And I was like, all right, I'm good to go. And I started creating, and I had this idea of doing 3 and 3 with a spacer bead in between. And I did that, and I looked at it, and it was too heavy to me. I wanted light and airy too. So that came up with going and putting 2 beads. So it's 3 and then 2. So I am an extreme symmetrical person. So to me, my mind was, it has to be 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 with the spacer in between. I broke out of my mold yesterday, because that's when I created this one, was yesterday. And I'm like, I can do it. So that's what so Stacy she's the same when I'm creating anything jewelry, baking, crafting. I'm putting love in each. You see it when people receive handmade things, that they feel so special, so they can feel the love. And there is one thing that, with what Stacy is saying, reminded me of something that Zuli had said one time when we were on a live. And she talked about, if she receives something handmade, she does not get rid of it at all. That person took the time to make something for her. She is going to keep it and cherish it. And that's how I honestly feel too. But you don't always think about it in your consciousness, but your subconscious is, you can never get rid of it. Oh, yeah. So Ashley said you feel so accomplished when you do something you think you didn't you didn't think you could do. And that is true too. Yeah. And she's also very sentimental about things. She's not going to get rid of anything that someone made for her. And I have, this is going to be so funny because this was made and it wasn't about who made it. It is about how I got it. So for me, back in the day, they had these things called quarter crazes around where I live. I don't know if everybody knows what those are, so I'll kind of explain what it is. It is where you go into a room. It is filled with a lot of mostly women because that's who wants to do this. It's a fun night out. And it's where you sit at a table, whether it be a rectangle or a circular, and they show you an item. And if you like the item, then you put a quarter or 2 quarters, whatever they are, in there in um in the center of the table in this bowl. And whoever created that item will get the quarters from that item. So you want to make things that people are going to want, and but it's a fun way that you can get something for a quarter or two. So they were like the craze around here, but then our state government said that that was not legal, so it stopped. But we were at one of these events, and yes, I brought my kids with me. I was that person because we weren't. To me, it was just like, oh, we're having fun. Um, and so Val was with me, and they won because they draw. You each have a number, kind of like if you're at an auction, everybody got a number. And if they drew your number out, you were the one that would receive it. And so Val won a round, and it was actually handmade jewelry, and they had an assortment that you could pick out of. And Val picked this piece out for me and like gave it to me there. Everybody was oohing and on. It is something I will never wear, but you know what? I still have that necklace to this day. I will never get rid of it. That's where the story is going, is I will never get rid of it. Someone made it for this event, and then Val picked it out, and I will never, ever, ever get rid of it. So Geraldine has a hard time parting with something that she's made that she feels is too pretty to part with. I can say I don't usually have that. You guys saw that. You guys saw it the other night when I made one of the wristlets here. It wasn't this one, it was this one. Whoops, I grabbed this one. I don't usually go, I want to keep it. And that was something that happened that other night. It doesn't happen to me very, very often. It's very few and far between. I am in South Dakota. So yeah, so that would be, because I'm always like, I didn't make it for me, I made it for someone else. I have to tell myself that all the time, or else I would keep a lot of it. A lot. And I don't have enough ears and neck and wrists to wear them all. So yeah, so that would be, I tell myself someone else will love it just as much as me. But that one I liked, and I'm like, I think I want to keep it. And I will let you guys all know, I did get together. I got to figure out the quantities of each pattern, but I have a quote, because the way some of the vendors work is that you will get, you'll contact them and say, okay, I want this many of this, and I'll tell you the colors after we figure out what our quote is. They don't give you a price until you ask them for a quote. Some of them, have, here it is and here's the price. So the wallet is a quote system. So I literally about 20 minutes before the live, I got the quote. So yeah. So now I need to Go, okay, bite the bullet, figure out the numbers for each pattern or color. And there's going to be a lot more patterns this time. Okay, this is funny. You know, we always talk about how both YouTube and TikTok's AI gives you when you're live, they have pop-ups come up about different things that that we should ask to keep the conversation going. We're talking about jewelry and we're talking about crafting. And TikTok's question was, what do you craft? Okay, that one's good because you know what? A lot of people do not just make jewelry. They do lots of other crafts. So to me, that was a relevant question. I didn't ask it though. Over here, they said, what is your favorite food? It just tells you how AI really looks at the verbal that I'm saying and your guys' comments to see which one asked the best question for what we're discussing. But I just think it's funny. I'm just laughing over here. Does anybody else go live and see all those AI comments? Because you guys don't see them, if I remember correctly. Only I see them, right? If you guys want to let me know, because that's one thing I think I'm the only one that can see it. Right. Okay. Thank you, Nordic Luna. Because I'm like, some of the questions just, yeah, they can be random sometimes. But today, because TikTok has done it twice, and TikTok has actually been on par about what we're talking about, but not there. Okay, thanks, Ashley. I would say you used to go live all the time, Ashley. Now that she said she hasn't been live in a long time, I'm like, she used to go live all the time. Hey, Melissa, how are you doing? Okay, I got the odds. Sorry. I even slept last night. I did not get woke up in the middle of the night. I am doing good. It's Monday and I got a lot accomplished today. Thank you for the heart me. I'm not trying to force you. Ashley said, I know I need to start again. And I'm not trying to force you to do something that's like outside your comfort zone if you don't want to do it right now. I'm not trying to, I'm like, but if you guys would, Ashley would be live and they would do with friends and she'd do the boxes. And sometimes it would just be random questions and everybody in the box would answer and you could answer in the chat. They could be crafting and everybody did a different type of craft. So if you have a hard time going live, sometimes it's okay to go live with the boxes so that you can have you and your friends helping out to get it going. Hey, Mia, how are you doing? So yeah, so that's something. I just don't do boxes very often. I never have. Thank you. I actually got to have, I sat down while Ryan ate. I just didn't know what I was hungry for, so I didn't want to, I just was like, I'm not going to eat, but I'll sit with you right before the live. And I told him, I'm like, I might have to go do my hair. And he's like, no, you look fine. I'm like, okay, I won't do my hair. So I didn't. This is air dried hair. Yes. Ashley put, doing the boxes, but sometimes it can get you in trouble. Ooh, salad sounds good. We're going to have, sorry, we're getting off topic here. We're going to have like a stir fry lo mein type thing tonight for supper. Instead of like stir fry, like the crunchy noodles, we're going to do lo mein noodles with the stir fry. Yum. Get my veggies in then. But Brylan or Buttercup, sorry, I shouldn't have said her name. Buttercup asked me the other day, what was one of my favorite foods? And I put down salad because I like to eat salads. So she made me a little sign that's hanging up over here. She hung it up and it says Beads by Oma Carol. And then she put salad and jewelry on it. She was just having a day where she needed to create. So yep, that would be. Sorry, I have really got the odds and I shouldn't have the odds. Excuse me. Yeah, she's always creating stuff. As we all know. You guys get to see her pictures that she draws. And she sits down and she has colored pencils, markers, crayons, all that, so that she can create and just do stuff. But for some reason, her colors are in my bead room, and I need to take them down to her room because I keep moving them. So, yeah. One of the things that we will have tomorrow night, everyone, for the for our bead event, and we'll also have some on, we're going to have some tomorrow night and we'll have some on Friday. I'm just going to bring a few each time. We talked about this the other day, and I just decided I'm just going to start doing it because I have so many different colors. Aww, that is so cute. I love it, Melissa. Hi there, Rose. So Melissa's granddaughter brought a bead kit and is making bracelets. Lots of them. So, but we're going to have Gorgonia. We're just going to start with tomorrow, and we'll constantly bring different types of Gorgonias just to each live. And it may be, oh, thank you, Rose. It might be 1 or 2. It might be 4. It might just all depends on how many I can get going. I just want to get them and just get a little bit done every week, or else I get complacent and we don't do it. Hold on. Let me go look there. I'll go look and see what you have in your basket, okay? And that's another thing, is that the beadable bars are in that, what we'll go over next week. You've got the beadable bar keychains and the beadable bars there, Mia. So for I'm not gonna do them all at once. You have some of the rainbow beadable keychains. You have the gunmetal beadable keychain. You have some red beadable keychains. And then in the beadable bars, you have red, white, yellow, purple, and green. Okay. You're welcome. So, yep. So we're going to have lots of different things in our lives. I don't remember what I have remaining, Rose. I can look downstairs and let you know. We did those, I don't know when we did them, recently. Wednesday night last week. That's when we did it. But I'll let you know what you got, okay? I have one more. I've got one other email or message to answer, and then I will do that also, because I can grab those at the same time I'm down there, so I can let you know what I have. But what I'm like making into, this is how I do the Gorgonias. We have a bead counter. I didn't use bead counters for the longest time. Thank you, Rose, for the gifts. Because if I would have a 6mm size bead, which is what these are, and I would put them in a 6mm size bead counter, the beads would get stuck and I couldn't get them out. And I would get so frustrated and go, this does not save me time because I have to get them out. But guess what I figured out? 6mm, you put them in, because look at, they're in there, and I spill it and they're out. But it's the 8mm size. I go the next size bigger and they don't get stuck in there. So that's our little bit of a tip. If you have those and you want to count your beads for whatever reason, these work. I haven't had these up on a live event in forever. Hello, Willie. Hello, Stacy. Sorry I didn't say hi to you over there on YouTube. So that's how I did it. And I go with the size bigger. And I know it sounds really, really weird, but I would have never thought about it. And I just sat there one day going, I wonder if they won't get stuck. And they don't. And it's usually faceted beads that get stuck in them versus non-faceted beads. But I just pour them onto the bead tray or put them over the top. Then I have a little container and you spill it into that. Then you take the container after you get the bag ready and you dump it in from a corner. You got to do it with a corner one. If you don't do it with a corner one, they run all over the place. And I got new bags. I found one bag downstairs just all by itself. So I'm like, I'm grabbing him and bringing him up when I got the bags. But that's how I do this. And then you got tape on the bags. There we go. And you just pour these in, open the bag. And to open bags, I don't know if you guys know this, I take my index finger and my thumb and go in the opposite direction and it opens. So you don't have to sit there and open them like trying to find the two pieces. So I'm just giving you some of my tips of like how I open stuff. So yeah. Because if you try to do it a lot with trying to, it gets really hard sometimes to do it. And you know what? Not everybody can do it that way. But I just want to share. That's what chat time is about. It's about sharing little tips and tricks to help us be more efficient if it works for you. My ways might not work for you. Yep. A lot of people fight with them. But I do, if I've opened like a few hundred of these bags in a day, I do feel it in my wrist. So I know I can't do more than like 200 or 300 in a day. And I know that does sound like it's a lot, but when you stop and think about if the pendants that we've got, like the butterfly pendants, a lot of those I've been getting in bags of 100. And if I don't have them put them in the individual bag for me, I have to open up 100 bags for just that one item. That's the thing to think about. And then you're just like, at the end of the day, if you've done it on 2 or 3, I'm like, okay, it's fine. But if I get to a lot, it's like not so fine. So I can only do so many in a day. I have learned that. And it's just that, you know, your wrist doesn't like you. But this Gorgonia, this one is a blue glitter 6mm Gorgonia. I do not make Christmas cookies. I used to, and then I had kids. Then, yeah, this one is a really gorgeous blue. And I have I'm trying to think. I have a lot. They came in. Yes, there is a live at 8 p.m. tonight. It is a tutorial live where, oh, I moved it. This is what we're going to be making tonight, a stretchy bracelet with, it is titled Breezy Bubble Bracelet. So it's the BBB bracelet. It's blue, Geraldine. And so we're going to be doing that tonight. We're going to be using the half white and half with the crackle colors. We're going to do that tonight with different crackle beads, different colors. I think I have about somewhere around 10 different colors in the 8mm size. This is for the 8mm size beads. The 4mm are still on their way, so we won't be doing 4mm for a little bit. I do have 1 4 that I think I'm going to hold off and wait for the other ones to get here before I do that one. And then I do have 3 6mm of those beads that we haven't brought to an event yet. So I'll probably be bringing those in the near future. So, yep. So those style of beads we have in 4, 6, and 8mm. Thank you, Rose, for the follow. I appreciate that. Okay, I just read Ashley's comment over here on YouTube, and I'm laughing because there are different densities of plastic bags. I used to work in a plastic bag company when I was in college. So there are different, there's low density and high density, and it doesn't have to do with how thick the bag is. It was about different types of plastic that you're using to create the bag. So anyways, at this company, you know, I learned a lot about plastic bags, more than the average Joe. But she talked about when she couldn't get them open, she actually accidentally ripped the bag, but it was a thinner plastic. And that happens a lot. And that also is why I use the plastic for these that I do use, because holy buckets. And it has to do with how dense the bags are, and by the milliliters, or the mill, not the milliliters, by the mill of it. And so I don't use the plastic bags anymore because they open in transit. I do use them every once in a while, but it's few and far between. Holy buckets, Geraldine. So Geraldine just got a package from her best friend, and she paid $47.50 to send her cookies. Holy wow. Shipping is not cheap this time of year, everybody. In all honesty, shipping goes up from and it's not even the mid of October. It's like towards the beginning of October, all the way through the middle of January. Shipping rates go up. And it is one of my... Ashley said over here to you, Geraldine, oh my, that is a bestie. And it is. Because not only are you getting something that they made, but now you're also getting it at a premium rate to send it to you. Right now, shipping is high. I'm waiting to see I haven't done my calculations yet for November shipping, but I'm imagining it's just going to be astronomical. And then with the wallets and trying to figure out how to get those to ship to you guys so that they don't bend, because if they bend in shipment, it could hold its shape, and I don't want that to happen. So I've been like, I finally figured it out, and I need you guys to tell me when you receive them if it worked. So the first few were sent in the boxes, but then I had to go to a bigger box, and that's really expensive to ship to y'all. I figured out there is a different box that I don't use very often that I used this time, that I can put 6 down in a row on the bottom and then stack them up and then put your other beads on top of it. So you guys need to let me know if that worked. So, and by using that other style of box, which is a flat rate box, I was able to do it, and it wasn't as spendy. Because, you know, we got to figure out ways to stay in business. Yours might have been, Geraldine, the first one I did, so you might not be that way, but I'm not 100% sure. But if you look, let me know how it came, okay? Yep, okay. Oh, I'm having fun reading them because you know what? That's one thing I need to do better. So is reading the messages, because I watched a replay and I don't say what it was and I just start talking and I'm like, I know what it was because I read it, but if you came in and watched a replay, you would be like, I have no idea what she was talking about. Here's the second one I'm doing, everybody. I am getting more of them, Ms. Mary V. Ooh, so this is a glitter cat eye. I'm going to get more of those. I am working with her right now to figure out the quantity of each pattern or color that I will for the order. I know these colors are just so just to let y'all know, the original one that we had last Wednesday night, we had they are a value of 3 and they look like this. So you have the ID on this side, so you can put it in right there. And then on this side, you have the snap. I'm going to snap it. There we go. And there's a spot here and a spot here for cards. And it snaps. And they're made out of leather. And they are a value of 3. We made, I'll be honest with you guys. I'll tell you how many we had up for grabs between, yep. There we go. I don't know if I can't get dog prints. But I had 500 up for the night and they pretty much, there's just a few solid colors left. That's it. We have red, a gray, I think. We had a couple of the blacks. A hot pink, and I can't remember what else we had, like the light purple, I think. And then we started talking about what else I can get and with the print. So we talked about that. The one print I have a hard time, I will tell you guys, I have a hard time even getting because it is a fear of mine, and that is snake print. So I didn't look at getting any snake print. Please, please do not make me get snake print. It just creeps me out. I do not like snakes at all. So I didn't get any of those, but there are a small cow print, a large cow print. There are like cheetah. There is in the cat families and those types of things, you know, probably 5 different prints. Yep. There's leopard. And then there is one with like foxes on it. Thanks. At least I am not the only one. So there's like fox's face. There's strawberries. There are sunflowers. There are 2 different leopard prints because there's different shades of them. So there, if I remember correctly. So, and I'm not good at telling you cheetah versus leopard versus whatever other ones, but I think there was like 6 or 7 different prints like that. Let's see what else. There was like a denim looking one in 2 different ways. Ugh, I don't mind spiders at all. I can get rid of a spider. I will put it on a tissue and we'll go carry it outside. That does not bother me, but not a snake. I cannot do snakes. I can't. So, and then there are some floral like prints that are like really like florally. Hi, Cece. And then there's some that are like blue or a purple with like a daisy flower on them. Whoop, I put that one back in the wrong spot. Yep, I do. I break down in tears. I get like, it's not good, but I do cry. It just, that's why I don't want to do those prints. So please don't make me. You will see, I will hardly ever have it because of that. But we'll have, so different types of florals. We'll have like a denim looking like one. There's two different ways that that denim print will look. And I'm going to get both of those because I got to give her the numbers. And what else is there? I'm trying to think of what other ones there were. But we're probably going to get, you know, last time I did 16. This time we're probably going to be in the 40 probably area of different prints. So we're going to get a lot more prints and colors. We'll do some colors that I didn't get. I will also do colors that we had, but they're empty. I do have on there is a couple other butterflies. So like you saw how the black butterfly was like littler butterflies. And then you saw how like the pink and the pink and the blue were a little bit different. Like I know I can get pink in the same style as that black one. So we'll get that. So we're going to have those. We'll get some more of the yellow with the bee on it. What other one am I thinking of? I don't remember what all. Okay, where is the, there it is. I'm like, I'm missing this. It was behind my container, so I couldn't see it. So those are some of them that we'll get. But like I said, it will, like I said on the other night, it will be about a month out before I get them. But we'll get them. We'll get them restocked. And then I think I found, I'm working with a different vendor now because I have no idea what's going to happen with our 4mm triangles. So I found a different vendor for triangles. And that vendor is letting me know what colors are available. So then I can figure out what color triangles. And they have 4 and 6mm triangle beads. So they have a bigger one. So I just need to know, are you guys good with 6mm triangles? We had the other night, I don't have an example to show you what they look like because we had them on, we had them up the other night in a basket sale or during the day, and I don't have any. Those went like hotcakes. Okay, now that someone started talking about Christmas cookies, what kind of Christmas cookies do you guys make? Because now you guys got me all thinking about Christmas goodies. Nope, they're not like the ones that you use in the necklace. These are, go in there. There we go. They are, I'm trying to think of how to describe it. They're a triangle that's faceted. I read gosh in there, Miss Rose. You're going to laugh. I read gosh. Okay, I have never heard of the Lady Luck's Pecan Tasties. Ooh, I love mini banana breads. Hey, I got it. Sometimes I can get them. Sometimes I don't. The other day I had one that I just sat there and was like, I don't get it. And when they typed what it was, I was like, oh, duh. All right, there we go. I had a couple of empty containers in the last one, and I'm like, did I just set a container on there and not put beads in it? I sure did, because I have some more that I got to do here. Is it easier to know what we're talking about? Oh, after I said faceted. Okay. Yes, they are faceted triangles, and this place that I got now has 130 different color options, and they're seeing which ones are currently available. I don't know that I want 130 of them, but we'll see. What are magic bars? It's a puffy pastry dough cut into strips, wrapped around a form, baked and filled with vanilla. Ooh, that sounds yummy. I've never heard of them. And if you come visit Ashley to bake for her there, Rose, you can come see me. Because her and I are not that far apart. We're like not even 2 hours apart. Yeah, we could have a party. A baking party. Where we could all talk. Bring just a little bit of beads because it could get overwhelming trying to bake and do beads at the same time. I'm still trying to like figure out how to do a Zoom. I have not spent lots of time lately figuring it out, but we'll get there. So we can all talk to each other on a Zoom. You know what we do in our house there, Rose? Whoever cooks doesn't usually have to clean up. That is a rule in our house. So like, if Ryan cooks, I put all the stuff in the dishwasher and get the table picked up and that type of thing. So yep, that's what we do. Ah, I can understand that. Hey, this one's done. Woo. Okay. I only have one more that I have right now out, the 6mm. Okay, now we all need to know your organization there, Nordic Luna. Oh, those sound yummy. Well, and you should have seen me today. I was like, I wanted to do something, and I literally, ooh, these are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, let me see if it'll still pick it up. Look at that glittery glow in that one. These are clear. There you go. You get it over here too. Those are, whoa. Yeah, I'm like, we want to see. Oh, yeah, snowball. Glittery snowballs. When I had them, when I'm putting them in the bead counter tray, they, wow. Oh, the other thing I didn't tell you that I do with this, hold on, I'll dump these out and I'll show you here. I use Scotch tape and I tape off any rows that, so I put, this counts 100, okay? So the first 5 rows are taped off. Just got to make sure you do enough tape to the back so that you can just easily get it off. So then you don't have to like sit here and hold it and go, Gal, don't go into a hole I don't want you to go in. And he's got the extra purple. We got to take him out when I dump him. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'll see if I can show you. If you guys can see it. You see how I got one color that's not the right color? He stands out. I had one extra of the, from the last color I did. I'm not a genius. I was just like, hey, let's try this. Okay. I will go look there. Hold on. Because I can probably hold that up. Ooh. Okay, you guys, here is her organization pictures. There we go. Look at that. Okay, let's see the next one. There's the next one. And you can see, let me get that up close. You guys can see what beads are in there. Ooh, I'm turning this one this way. Look at the drawers. Ah. That is organization. This way. There we go. Cool. Wow. I'm putting you over there so I don't grab you again. Nine feet long. Holy wow. That's longer than what I have. Mine's only 8 feet. So you beat me at something. Everybody always talks about my organization. Nordic Luna's is bigger than mine. So she takes the cake. But what I was saying about all of my stuff that I was working on, I was like, I have this list. I'm going to get through my list. And I kept getting off track on stuff. And I'm like, nope, you cannot touch another thing. I seriously was like, not touching another thing until I get done with what I'm like supposed to be working on. I think organizing, it was so funny. When I was switching over to this organization system, this is what my husband said to me. Oh, one of them is going to try to drop on the floor. Let me see if I can catch it in my rolls. There it is. Yeah, I got it. He said, are you ever going to build or are you just going to organize? I'm like, build? That's a funny way to put it. But that's how he says you build jewelry is what he says. I'm gonna stay on a few more minutes past 3 because I'm gonna finish up this color. And then all of the 6 millimeters will be ready to go that I have out of boxes. I received 3 boxes of Gorgonia beads, everybody, that I need to organize yet. And I said, I'm not going to open the boxes until I get what I have here in the bags and ready. Once that's done, then I'm going to open the boxes. So until then, they're staying in the sealed ones. Yep, I think organizing is a happy thing. I get you, Nordic Luna. 100%. Yes, she is extremely happy after the last order. And she's like, do you need more? And I'm like, not yet. I'm like, not yet. And I'm like, yeah. I need to recoup before I can place another order. Oh yeah, she is funny. And so some of the vendors will contact you in like different ways. And I am having to learn lots of different apps with all these different vendors. And some of the vendors are the actual manufacturer. Some of the vendors are they're a reseller, as the best as I can describe them. There are some that are wholesalers. And so they all have different ways of working with you. And I'm learning that. Hey, Tuesday. They're all the different ways. And the one app that I'm having to learn because of the Gorgonia person is WhatsApp. And I'm like, I have never used it before. And I don't know why that one is so hard for me, but it is. It's right up there with Snapchat. I do not get Snapchat. I'm like, why do you want something just so it'll disappear? My niece said it very well. She said it's because then you don't have your phone full of messages and you run out of storage. Okay, I get that. But what if I want to go back to it and it's gone? I'm like, I can't handle that it's going to be gone. Hi there, Kelly. Yes, it is very easy to send photos in there. It is, I will agree with you there. There. Really? Because I don't have that turned on. I do not have it where it will store them in there. I didn't even know. I'm like, I went in and turned a lot of things off and I don't even know all the things that I turned off. Is that bad? Let's see if we have enough for this last one. Every once in a while, you'll get one with like one extra, and then you'll get one that you're like 1 or 2 short. And you're like, really? But I got it. Hi, Teresa. How are you doing? Oh, geez. Yep, I was going to say. All right. I'm glad to hear you're doing okay. Better than yuck. Yep, that's how you learn. So different types of media or of the apps and stuff. It's a lot. I got the white done. I'm so excited. And I've even tried to make sure I'm getting new colors with those 3 boxes that I have and not doing repeat colors. Unless we sold out of a color. That's the only time I've been trying to, do that. So it's been interesting trying to do it. That What app or that Whatnot or whatever for that, I do not get that one at all. I tried. Oh, that stinks, Teresa. Why couldn't they wait until after Christmas? Jeez. I get it's a timing issue, but you're just like, daggone it. Yeah. And sometimes you can't be around people. I cannot get into it. I have a hard time with it because I'm like, don't pressure me. I got to think about it. That's just the way I am. I'm not on my backup account, so you will hear the ding right now. Sorry. But thank you. And it was so funny because someone was like, you know how like when everybody would say thank you for the O word and we can't say the O word anymore. So they said I was on a live and they're like, thank you for the support. I loved it. Yep. And I thought of something. So just to let y'all know, I got in the ring mandrels again. Okay. Your markers are on hold for a while. So hopefully the numbers are all good. So I was thinking about this with the mandrels. I am going to, this is what I got to do because they are out, but I don't have a picture of them on my home space. So, but I can go to, I believe I have a video on YouTube and I'm going to go there and connect them all together somehow. Hello, Luke. Yes, it's me. And we're not going to talk about things that we can't. They are just like what I have. They go from like a size 3 to, I can't remember. And the one I got is, nope, I'm not. The one I got is metal. So they're heavier. It isn't it's a solid metal. So they're heavier. I like them better for what I do. So, I can bring them and show them on a live so that you guys can see them since I don't have a picture because the person who does photographs for me, I might be able to get a picture though from someplace else. I just had a thought. I'm going to go look and see if I can get that. Yes, it is great for wire wrapping rings. Thank you, CC, for the heart me. Yes, I do. I use them for wire wrapping rings. And the rings, do I have any over here? Yes, I do. So I'll show you what they look like really quick. Like this. These are the longer ones. They're like about 12 inches long or so. Oh my Lord, I have the hiccups. Oh geez, excuse me. So that's what I use. I use that ring mandrel to make those rings. Thanks, Beth. So I got to get better about tying everything together. I don't remember doing this. I got to get these because I've got them down there for you guys. Remember I said I had the little containers like these and I have bottles. This is just, I'll have to bring those out and see what I got for tops so that I can teach you guys how to do that too. I just found it. It's in with my rings over here. So let me work on that. All right. Yeah, my Dr. Pepper. Woo. I am going to hop off here. I am going to get things ready so I can tell you what we have later. Yep, they're great for making circles. They are lovely for anything you want to be round. So yes. Thank you, Tuesday, for those ideas and suggestions. Thanks. So yes. I'm like, that. Someone said, hello, Mom. And I'm like, but that doesn't look like one of my kids over here. So yes, but I will be back on 8 p.m. If I did, I don't though. And we're going to learn how to do the bubbly, the breezy bubbly bracelet here. This is what we're going to do tonight at 8 p.m. for a tutorial. So come back at 8 and it's 8 Central, everybody, 8 Central. So we'll see you then. Bye, everybody. Oh, thank you, Stacy. That was awesome. Thank you. You all have a good afternoon. We'll see you at 8.